Hi everyone, welcome back to District TV. I'm Steve Lowry. Been gone a few days, been gone in Chicago, but it's great to be back here in hell where everything's burning. Hope every one of you is safe. I can't imagine that you would be on this if your house and life was presently in danger, but whatever gets you through the night. Great to be here. You know, I thought it was unusual, no, not unusual, totally keeping in character that when I flew in from Chicago on Sunday, flying in, looking out the window as we're approaching the basin, and there was thick brown smoke everywhere. And I thought it was telling that not a single person on that flight thought that was in any way unusual. No one said, gee, why is there brown smoke? No, that's the stuff you breathe every day. So that's nice. Anyways, great to be back. Great time in Chicago. A couple things that I think are kind of important to people here in Southern California. One, they just have terrific architecture and buildings in Chicago. And it's a kind of town that you look at and think, you know, we could be like that. You know, New York, New York, too big, too fast, too New York. Chicago, every bit, I think, the measure of New York in its architecture and terrific public art. And it's just beautiful. And you could see like, wow, maybe we could do that. And of course, people say about Chicago that they had the great good fortune of having the whole town burned down. And therefore, they got to build the whole thing back up. And I thought, you know, maybe I should go home and advocate burning LA and Long Beach down to the ground and starting back up again. But then I thought, wait, we've torched those towns twice. So, and we keep ending up with the stuff we end up with. So put away the lighters and we just have to live with what we have. Which isn't much anymore. That's another thing. It made me feel sorry for preservationists. I mean, think about it. If you're a preservationist back in Chicago, you're fighting for building upon building of gorgeous, ornate buildings and streamlined buildings and skyscrapers of just architectural heft. And here, you're fighting for the facade of Acres of Books or the Fat Boy sign above Johnny's Broiler. Okay. Well, I'm depressed, but let's get on with it. Hey, one thing they do have in Chicago that we have plenty of here is, of course, angry drivers. And this actually happened to me in Chicago. I was in the back of a cab, and you know how cabbies are. So my guy's doing like 8 million hectons through downtown Chicago, and he cuts off a guy, and I figure, well, you know, everyone knows cabbies are crazy. He's not going to be mad about it. Well, the guy was mad. And when we stopped at a traffic light, this happened. I'm going to recreate for you now. I was going to get some actors in here to do it, but apparently we're not big time enough, and apparently actors like to get paid. So instead, I'm going to recreate the whole thing with the Star Wars Pez dispensers. This will be the angry motorist, and this will be my cab driver. This happened a few days ago, so it's not exactly as it happened, but it's pretty close. And now, my life in a cab. Tarry not, kind sir. Tarry not? What talk is this, most esteemed gentleman? You hath verily this day impeded thou. I am indeed humbled, and thus will indeed cease my tarrying activity. And now to rain down blows upon you. Hut! Hut! Augs Bodkins, Piccadilly, double-decker buses, Scary Spice. It's at this moment that I stepped in and brought a little sanity to the situation. Oh, gentlemen, in England now a bed shall think themselves accursed that they were not here, and hold their manhoods cheap, whilst any speaks that fought with us upon St. Crispin's Day. Verily, go and sin no more, and a Merry Christmas to you, Mr. Scrooge. Judi Dench! I don't know if I mentioned, but sometimes I suffer from delusions of grandeur. But that's pretty much how it happened, except that the guy ran up, started punching my cabbie, and I was in the back seat doing this. My eyes totally focused, of course, on the guy's right hand because I'm from Los Angeles and I was waiting for the gun. Never showed up. Anyways, it was a great trip. Had a great time, but it's great to be back. Look forward to talking with you all week. We got some great stuff on the website. And stay wet. See you later.